recording already. Now I'm recording. If you guys don't know me or I'm not your personal upline coach, my name's Carly. I'm the CEO and founder of Team Root to Rise. I will have been actively coaching for 3 years at the end of this month on February 26th. And it is crazy. It does not feel like it has been 3 years. Like, holy crap, this business is fun. Coaching is my full-time job. It does not need to be your goal to be a full-time coach if you don't want that. But I freaking love my job. I wake up excited for life literally every single day. I am like so passionate about what I do. And Exhibit A, like, it's 6:03 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I am stoked to be here just pouring into you guys. So I'm actually going to share my screen because I'm going to talk you guys through this little presentation that I created to just give you guys some first steps. But a little mindset thing that I was talking about actually in another group today, I really want you guys to like watch what you're saying to yourselves when you're learning in these trainings. Watch the conversations that go on in your head, you know, because before coaching, I really never had that type of like education of like, make sure you're watching the type of language you're using in your head. Are you like creating excuses every time a barrier arises? Are you creating excuses for yourself on why you won't be able to achieve a certain thing or why she's better at coaching than you are? A reminder that 3 years ago this month, I literally started exactly where you guys are, and I am only where I am now because I chose to start and never stop, okay? So the start is what stops most people. And then the other thing that stops most people is this wishy-washy roller coaster of I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. There's never been a day that I haven't showed up on social media. There's never been a day where I haven't drank my Shakeology. There's never been a day where I haven't crushed a Beachbody program. Like, I bleed Beachbody Blue. I freaking love this business. I love what I do, and it's paid me accordingly because I'm passionate about it every single day. So watch the language that you're talking to yourself with. Like, this is a real business. This is a real opportunity. I've made 6 figures last year in my 3rd year of coaching, which is like literally insane. And that's not here to like brag for you guys, but it's like, this opportunity is real, but it's only as real as you make it and the work that you put in. And as much as I would love to run all of your guys' businesses and help you guys all create a 6-figure income and quit your jobs and do whatever you want, I can't do that. I'm running my own business. So you guys have to go out and do it for yourselves. So that's my little tough love. But I'm going to go on and share this little presentation. So this is our new coach call. Welcome to Team Root to Rise. I'm so excited you guys are here. So this is actually a picture from one of our team retreats. So the first things first, I really want you guys to remember that the most important job you have as a coach is to work on you, okay? So I was a yoga teacher before I became a coach, and this was never something that was important at all. It was always pour into your students, teach as many classes as you can, earn as much money as you can by teaching as many classes as you can, work 7 days a week, you know, teach morning classes, teach evening classes. Like, the more classes you teach, the more money you'll make. This is a business where you are successful by pouring into yourself first and getting to know the products and loving the products and being a product of the products, right? So all of you guys should be doing a fitness program right now. All of you guys should be drinking your Shakeology every single day, not every other day, every single day. And then obviously the natural progression of that, by committing to your own journey, we find health and happiness, right? We're stoked on these products. We're stoked on this community that we found. We're stoked on this family that we found, these friendships. And therefore, it's really easy, if we do this in the right order, to start sharing about this lifestyle and sharing about these products that have changed our lives with our family and with our friends, right? So remembering the first thing and the most important job we have as coaches is to work on ourselves, is to pour into ourselves. I like kind of stating or writing out coaching as 3 basic things. So the first thing that we do is we commit to our own program and we work on ourselves. The second thing we do is we help other people work on themselves and commit to their programs, right? The third thing we do is we teach others how to help others change their lives with the products, aka build a team. Like, I don't even need to go past this page after I just said those 3 things. That is how we build this business. And so the first most important step is really creating that lifestyle for yourself, that health and happiness in yourself, and from there you can pour from the overflow. So remember, the most important job you have, when things get clouded or you're confused or whatever, ask yourself, are you working on you? Are you putting yourself, your own health and happiness first? The second thing that I want to talk about is just making sure to use resources, right? So I'm sure you guys have been added to 1,000,001 Facebook pages, and then you heard about this like coach office thing we have, and like there's 1,000,000 other things that you need to like hop onto, right? And it can get a little cloudy and like a little bit unorganized, right? So I mean, remembering that starting any new job can be a little bit unorganized and you can, like, it can be a little bit stressful, but that's normal, right? But remember to use your resources. So first and foremost, oh my gosh, don't judge me on how many tabs I have up, okay? Use the resources in the team page. So every month there's always this pinned announcement at the top of the page. This is an awesome thing to utilize. This is an awesome thing to comment on when you have new coaches and tagging them in this. But I want you guys to utilize this and go through this stuff. So obviously it's always the month that we're in, what's going on in February. Our new coach course is right here. If you haven't started that, start that. It talks about all the different calls that you can hop on. It talks about our accountability Zoom sessions like this that are in the mornings where everyone's muted and you can just hop on and chat with each other and hang out, press play on your workout or read your personal development or whatever. You can push play at any time, right? We're all just muted and you can just hop on. It's great accountability. There's also some helpful tutorials for new coaches. So there's a video that explains what we do as coaches. So if you have a friend or a family member who's like, hey, I'm interested in kind of doing what you do, like, can you explain more? This is an awesome video to send them because it literally just explains everything that we do in a really, like, nice, like, pretty way. There's also, when you're ready to sign up your first customer or coach, there's a YouTube video right here that walks you through all of that, specifically on how to use ShareCart, which is our, like, system that creates an invoice. It's how you signed up. There's a business activity tracker, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this call. There's a ton of things on here, you guys. So before you go, I mean, your upline coach is going to be stoked to answer any questions that you have, but just make sure that, like, you guys are utilizing your own resources. You know, I built this business primarily from going to YouTube and literally typing in literally anything that I had a question about with coaching. So if you have a question about coaching, make sure that you are utilizing your resources, right? Google is your friend. We have a saying where it's called GTS, Google that shit. And it's just really important that you take it upon yourselves to research and do your own research. So how to invite for each one. Okay. So for example, if you have a question on how to invite, these are awesome trainings right here, literally set up for you that you can read. If you're stuck on how to get to Emerald, which is your first rank, it's your first rank that you should hit probably within the first week of you being a coach. There's literally 1,000,001 videos on how to hit Emerald literally in 24 hours. So there's so many things for you guys that you can utilize just even on Google and YouTube alone. Just make sure that you're utilizing those things. And then the last one is the Coach Online Office. Do I have my Coach Online Office? Oh. Okay, so if you go here, actually let's go here. Oh, it's gonna make me lie on, isn't it? Okay, so if you go to teambeachbody.com and then you'll log in. And then this gives you kind of your updates on where you're at as a coach. So this is an awesome thing that you'll probably want to look at consistently. Your coach ID is here. Your rank as a coach is here. Your success club points are right here, which is key. Any breaking news just within the Beachbody community, these are awesome things to look at. Talks about Energized Fruit Punch, which is super exciting, the Team Cup Summit, which is our annual coaching event, all those things that are super exciting. And then you can also go here to support, and you can go to the FAQ. So FAQ is super fun because it gives you literally any and all questions about specific, like, Beachbody stuff inside the network. So this would be an awesome place to go if you have a specific question as well. Also, like, if you want to change a coach's placement, if you want to change a customer to a coach, if you want to update a credit card, like, all of these different things that you need is within the Beachbody FAQ section. So again, you go to just the support box in your Coach Online Office and then FAQ. But there's tons of different things in here. Like over here on Grow My Business, challenge group tools, there's literally guides for challenge groups, right? So if you want to host a challenge group, click on that. You can find literally any and all Beachbody programs and find a guide for it. So right now we're using the Transform 20 guide, or there's Lift 4 guide or Shift Shop or whatever you're doing. They literally have guides like all set out for you. So that's super helpful as well. So utilize the tools that you have. You know, once you have access to your Coach Online Office, which you guys do, you have every tool you need to succeed to make however much money you want in this business. Obviously, like, your coach is going to help you as well, but make sure that you are setting that precedence of being a go-getter, of, you know, wanting to figure things out for yourselves, because that's how business owners run their businesses, right? That's how they're successful. Okay, more fun stuff. So the 4 vital behaviors are key in this business. Any successful coach on this team, on any team that you see, they are successful because they implement these 4 vital behaviors and they do them daily, okay? They do them daily. They don't do them Monday through Friday and then they take the weekend off to drink beer. They do them daily. So the 4 vital behaviors, the first one is be proof that the products work. Again, I kind of talked about this already, but do your workout and drink your shake, okay? Be proof that the products work. I see so many times people are like, I don't know why people don't want to join my fitness group. And I look on their Instagram and they haven't posted a transformation or anything about their fitness and about how they're getting amazing results. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't want to join you either because you're literally not talking about what you're doing, right? So make sure that you are proof that the products work. So do your freaking workout. Do a fitness calendar. Do not just log on to Beachbody and like poke around on different random workouts. Follow a plan. Beachbody spends millions of dollars in creating like the best fitness plans in the entire world, but they only work if you do the work, okay? So following that calendar and then drinking your shake every single day. Number 2 is sharing, connecting, and inviting. So share your journey on social media. Start conversations and talk to people. Invite them to join your next group. So a lot of the times when people are new coaches, they're like, well, I'm going to wait until I'm an expert on this program and it'll be like 2 months down the road and then I'll start sharing and connecting and inviting. The problem with that is people get inspired to join you by watching your journey unfold, right? Share your journey, and I made sure to add that word because you need to be able to show the journey so that people can envision themselves in your spot, right? Without sharing the journey and just sharing like a perfect after photo, people don't relate to you, right? That's not relatable. What we do as Beachbody coaches is we're sharing the imperfections of our journey. We're being relatable. We're not being one of those crazy fitness inspo people who have like chiseled abs and lift like 500 pounds at the gym. Like we're just normal people walking through life, encouraging other people to like make a change and commit to their goals, right? So it's important that you share this journey. So, you know, if you're in the middle of Transform 20 right now, I urge you to start sharing about your program every single day. Share about the workout that you did. Inspire people to follow along on your journey, and that will inspire them to take action because they can visualize themselves in your journey, right? They're not gonna be able to visualize themselves at the end. They wanna be able to see like you progressing through that time. The third one is personal development, which I was a huge skeptic of this when I first started as a coach, and you guys probably are like, what even is personal development? But personal development is committing to not only educating or personal development is committing to not only exercising your body, but exercising your mind. So I have a list of, I'll share my top like 3 personal development books with you, but you can definitely ask your own upline coach what her top favorites are. But making sure that we're consistently in that business owner mindset. I know there's a ton of really good yoga books out there, and I know there's a ton of like fluffy butterflies and rainbow stuff that we can read about. But personal development is something that is written by a business owner, someone who is going to develop you into that CEO mindset that you're going to need to have in order to run this business. So therefore, I really recommend that you utilize books from leaders, from business owners. So my top ones would definitely be, so the first one is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That one's pretty short, so you could probably read that one like in a week. Literally, it's so short, but so good. The second one that I would recommend is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. And it's literally called The 5-Second Rule. Really, really good on taking action in your life. That's the second one. And then the third one, which is awesome as well, highly, highly recommend, is Get Over Your Damn Self. And the author is Rumi is her first name, and I'm blanking on her last name right now, but her first name is R-U-M-I. And again, it's Get Over Your Damn Self. It's so, so good, you guys. It'll like whip you into shape. It's amazing. But trust me, I was the biggest skeptic of personal development. I have a whole stack of yoga books that I was always reading. But that's not going to develop you into the CEO that you'll need to be in order to run a successful business. So make sure that you are diving into at least 10 minutes a day of personal development. I actually have the Audible app on my phone. So it's an app through Amazon. and you can purchase the audio versions. And you guys, when I was a new coach, I became addicted to personal development, like cruising through 2 to 3 books a month. I just had them constantly streaming on my Audible app, so the authors would read the books to you. So whenever I was driving, I replaced my trashy country music station with personal development books, right? When I was in the shower, instead of blasting John Mayer, I blasted my personal development books. Instead of straightening my hair and like talking to myself, I plugged into personal development or listened to a podcast. So you have time, you just need to choose to make the time to make this happen, okay? We all commute to work, we all take showers, we all do our makeup. You have time for 10 minutes a day of personal development. Personally, I was doing at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, if not more, especially with the amount of time that like I'm driving from studios being a yoga teacher. So that's number 3, personal development. Number 4 is recognition. This one's super fun. It's probably one that you're like, okay, who the heck am I going to recognize? What are you even talking about? But it's a really important milestone in the 4 vital behaviors because it's what encourages people and it contributes to their success, right? So whether you're recognizing like a friend who signed up to join you on your fitness journey, whether you're recognizing a client who lost her first pound or, you know, gained some awesome muscles, whether it's maybe a coach on your team that hit their first rank, maybe it's a coach on your team, or maybe, you know, it's someone who just like made their first $50 in Beachbody. Make sure that you're consistently recognizing people's achievements. It not only encourages them, but it inspires the other people around them to dig deep and work harder as well. You know, one of my favorite things is shouting out my coaches when they advance in rank. It's so exciting for them and their businesses. And it's also proof to all of my other coaches that it is possible, because if she did it, you can do it too, right? So recognition is a super fun part of the 4 vital behaviors. All right. Let's get into the good stuff. So your first goal as a coach, I'm going to keep this really simple. Help 3 people get started with a challenge pack, AKA get them started with what you got started with. So I phrase it like this because I want you guys to be able to speak authentically on the experience that you had in your community, in your fitness community, in your Beachbody experience. And I just want you guys to help 3 people get started with the exact same thing that you got started with. Now, before you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be like, you know, that girl who like asks somebody to, you know, spend money or whatever. I want you guys to think about like if your best friend like opened a restaurant, okay? If your best friend was a cook and she was super excited about cooking and she opened up this amazing restaurant, would you say, oh my gosh, no, I'm never going to your restaurant. Please don't talk to me about asking about going and eating at your restaurant. Of course not. You would be like, hey girl, I just opened this restaurant. I'm super stoked to have you guys come on in. Let me know when would be a good time. I'll help you make a reservation. And they would come in and they would pay for dinner and they would freaking love it and have the most amazing experience like ever, right? Because you created that really good experience for them and you're passionate and confident about what you're recommending to them, right? Same thing goes for like if you and your friend went and saw this like hilarious movie. You walk out of the movie theater and you text your mom and your dad and your sister and you're like, oh my gosh, you guys need to go see this movie. It's freaking hilarious. Like if you've had an amazing experience with a challenge group and a fitness package and like what Beachbody has done to your life, reaching out to your mom, your dad, and your sister and your 5 best friends should be a no-brainer. I think I signed up like 8 coaches my first month as a coach because my 5 best friends all signed up as coaches. I signed up my mom, I signed up my sister, and I signed up my aunt. Because I was freaking stoked on what we get to do, right? Like I freaking got shredded abs. I like for once was educated on what I was eating and my meal plan was so simple with my little containers. And I knew my mom and sister struggled with that. So I wanted to teach them. I wanted them to get into this community experience it. So don't feel like you're being salesy. Like everyone can benefit from a healthy lifestyle routine. So just think of it in that way. You're recommending something that you would normally recommend to a friend, right? And if you help, so when, not if, when you help your first 3 people get started with the challenge pack, that means that you'll hit Success Club. So it has to be within a 1-month period, getting those 3 people started with the challenge pack. Each challenge pack that you sell is worth 2 Success Club points. So that's why there's that board and the team page that we're constantly updating. Actually, I should show you guys this. I don't usually do this for new coach calls. So I'm going to show it. So we have, oh my gosh, it's so annoying that messages always keep popping up. So this is our leaderboard. So every month we create a new document. So you'll have to find the February one. And once you start selling your challenge packs, each challenge pack is 2 points. So I want you guys to update this document once you've signed up your certain amount of sold a certain amount of challenge packs. So if you sold 1 challenge pack, your name would be down here. If you sold 2 challenge packs, you'd be SC4, so you'd be around here. If you sold 3, you'd be in the made it category, so you get 3. And then if you're killing it or helping over 5 people, Success Club 10 or above, then you'll put your name up here. I challenge any of you guys to please beat me, because I'm waiting for somebody to come into this business and finally beat me. I'm always follow your words. Okay, so that means that you'll hit Success Club. So you want at least the minimum of those 3 people every single month, helping them get started in their fitness journey. This is the measurement of whether you're coaching or not, right? So if you're not hitting Success Club, you're not coaching. If you're hitting Success Club, you are coaching. You're helping people. You're getting people started on their fitness journeys. It's an amazing, awesome thing, and you should be super stoked about that. It also means that if you achieve Success Club, either your first 3 months as a coach or your first 3 months following the initial month that you signed up as a coach, you'll be qualified to be a Success Starter, which is huge, 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 huge. So your first month, you'll be a month 1 Success Starter. Your month 2, the second month that you help 3 people and hit SC, you'll be a month 2 Success Starter. And then your 3rd month in a row, again, it has to be in a row, you'll be a month 3 Success Starter, which gives you that free ticket to Summit, which I actually just got to shout out one of my coaches for that the other day. It's huge. Tickets to Summit are like $175. It's our annual coaching event that's happening in July. We're all going to be there, hanging out, going to trainings, working out live. They've closed down the streets of Indianapolis, and we all do live workouts like in the streets of the city. It's so freaking fun. So have that be your goal as a coach. Success Club this month, you have plenty of time. It's only February 13th, right? And then every single month following, especially your first 3 months as a coach, because you'll get that, the Success Starter. And then one minor detail on here, you have to have 90 personal volume points on HD in order to hit Success Club. So PV means personal volume. If you're ordering Shakeology every single month, you already have this in the bag, like you don't need to worry about it. But if you cancel your Shakeology, that means that you're an inactive coach, so you won't be able to qualify for Success Club. If you have additional questions on that, make sure you ask your coach. But all of my coaches usually just have their Shako on HD, and they never have to worry about that. But you do have to have 90 PV on Home Direct in order to hit Success Club. All right, so to get there, step 1, commit to a challenge group start date. So you can host your own challenge group. You can host it with another team. Usually it's more fun that way. Or another team member, or of course for your first couple of months as a coach, you can add them into either my boot camp or your upline coaches boot camp. I have an ongoing one that I always let my new coaches hop into and run with me, and that's super fun because obviously, you know, when you have multiple people running a group together, you bring more people in together. You're not in it all by yourself, and obviously it's just like the energy obviously raises. And when you're sharing about your before and after pictures, again, this kind of goes back to that idea of, oh, well, I'm inviting people and nobody wants to join. And, you know, you guys have to have proof on your profiles that what you're doing is working, right? Because no one's going to want to join someone who they haven't seen be consistent on their social media, right? No one's going to want to join someone who they don't see the programs and the products working, right? For me, when I'm inviting people in my DMs, like they know these freaking products work. They see me showing up every single day for my workouts. They see me, you know, posting transformations and talking about, you know, where my body was and where it is now. So it's never a question on whether they work or not. And then just be super authentic and open about your before and after photo or your like coming out photo as a coach. You know, you can read here is like I talked about the fact that I laughed my way through my first at-home workout program because I didn't think that it was going to work. I talked about how, you know, in 21 days I gave it my all. I put trust in the process even though I was skeptical, and then I freaking got amazing results because I committed to the program. And then obviously I talk about my next group when it launches. And then I invite them to either, you know, fill out a form in my bio or message me or comment below. But even if people like your photo, you guys, that's total freedom for you guys to reach out to them, say, hey girl, like saw you loved my before and after picture from my current fitness program. Have you ever considered working out with me? So making sure that you're reaching out to those people, but committing to a challenge group start date is key. All right, your first invite. So first, my internet says it's unstable. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Your first invite. So first and foremost, become a conversation expert. You are not going to create a multi-million-dollar business by not talking to anybody. Whether you want to make $50 a week or $5,000 a week, you are going to be required to talk to people, right? Because we are now using social media for good. We're using social media to create a positive impact. We're using social media to connect and create relationships. We're not here creating this like popularity contest or like competitive environment. We're here to connect, create relationships, and help people. So in order to do that, you have to become a conversation expert. And then remembering again that mindset, you're not, when you're reaching out to somebody to like join your group or asking them how their fitness routine is, you're not reaching out to close, you're not reaching out for a sale, you're literally reaching out to them so they know that you are there to help them. That if they want to reach out to you, you are here to help them. You're opening up that conversation, I always call it kind of like that conversation like road between the two. You're creating this connective tissue between you and your followers, so they trust you, so they believe you, and so they feel comfortable reaching out to you, right? The third thing is be brief, but be excited, right? So, the energy that you come into a conversation with is the energy that you're going to attract, right? So if you're coming into this conversation like, oh my gosh, I hope she says yes, I'm really nervous, I don't really know anything, oh my gosh, they're gonna feel that, right? Just be authentically excited about the program that you've done, be authentically excited about the results that you've gotten, and then of course be brief. So my first couple of reach outs were really, really bad. I probably sent like paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs of people who asked about what I was doing. And it probably scared them away in like 1 second. So try to be brief, but still bring that excitement. What I do that's super helpful is I use a video. So I actually recorded like this video. I just turned my phone around and recorded like I don't even know how long it is, but I recorded I think it's like an 8-minute video about my experience with the fitness program, about my amazing results, about why I feel like this community really helped me change my fitness game and how I've really become, consistent. And I actually just uploaded that video on YouTube. And then when people ask like additional or specific information about my challenge group, I just say, hey girl, would you be open to watching a video I made that explains everything about my challenge groups? And I just send that their way so they get kind of the gist, and they can also see my face and they can, feel my excitement, and I feel like they can get to know me a little bit better through a video. So that's something that's definitely an option for you to utilize. This fifth point here, find their need before you try and fix their need. So we're really here as coaches to be listeners, to ask questions and figure out how we can best serve our clients, right? So before you come in and say, there's a meal plan and there's a workout plan and there's a community and there's Shakeology and you'll be super supported, ask them like what they struggle with, because anything that somebody struggles with, Beachbody has a solution for, right? A gym membership, yeah, okay, gym membership has the fitness taken care of, but a gym membership doesn't have accountability. A gym membership doesn't have a meal plan. A gym membership doesn't have superfood shakes. A gym doesn't have supplements that are amazing. So make sure that you're finding their need before you try and fix their need, because whatever they're claiming to struggle with, you can help them fix that with something that we can provide through coaching, correct? I think somebody's unmuted, so I'm just gonna mute. There we go. Hold on, I gotta reshare this. So find their need before you try and fix their need. And I actually just shared, I'm also gonna go off. I'm gonna diverge again on this one. I shared a little something today that's called the Challenger Interview, and it's super helpful. It's in the team page. Here we go. The Challenger Interview. It kind of goes through initial reach outs, talking to people about, your challenge group, how you can best serve them, support them as a coach. So this is something that could be really helpful for you guys to look through, especially as a new coach. And then this training on conversations also is super helpful. Again, it's found on the team page, but it was something that really helped me when I first started. Recognize and welcome objections as part of the process. Normally people, yes, will say it's expensive. Yes, they'll say they're busy. Guys, how many of you on this call said yes to your coach the first time that she reached out to you? Right? Like, how long were you guys following me before you eventually committed, right? So objections, people telling you that they're busy, or people telling you that they don't have time, or people telling you that it's too expensive, it's not because it's too expensive. It's not because they don't have time. There's something else that's rooted in, whether it's fear or they're just not ready to commit. So recognize and welcome objections as part of the process, right? Don't run and go cry in a corner when somebody's like, ooh, I would love to, but it's too expensive, right? break it down for them. I subsidize my Starbucks every day for Shaco, right? When you look at it on a month or a year-long basis, you're only paying like, what, less than $10 a month for the online gym. So figure out how you can break it down to them so it can make more sense. And then a couple other things you are planning. So when you're inviting people, when you're reaching out to people on your social media, asking them to maybe like join your fitness group, you're talking to family and friends, you're planting seeds, right? So maybe somebody says no to you. Again, not a reason to go run and cry. It's just a no. It's a not right. A no is just a not right now. Again, you're planting that seed. You're creating that avenue for communication so that when they are ready to commit to their fitness routine, when they are ready to make a change, when they are ready to finally cut it with the excuses and make it happen, you want to be the one that they think about, right? So continually following up with them, planting those seeds, asking about their life and being interested in things outside of just, hey, do you want to join my fitness group? Hey, do you want to join my fitness group? Hey, do you want to join my fitness group? Like, be that person who they can trust so that whenever they're ready to join you, or whenever they're ready to commit to their fitness routine, you're going to be the one that they think of, okay? Does that make sense? So it's okay if you get no's. No's are normal. It just means not right now. Let's see. Second goal, hit Emerald. So I always recommend my coaches hit Emerald in their first 7 days as a coach. It's super simple. It's you plus 2 people, right? So this is Emerald right here. So as a coach, we're in a binary business structure. So we have a left leg and we have a right leg. We have a strong leg that volume is contributed not only by you, but volume is contributed by your upline coach. And then you also have a weak leg where you are the only one responsible for volume. So before you hit Emerald, make sure you reach out to your upline coach and you ask her, hey, what's my weak leg and what's my strong leg? Ideally, if you're serious about this business and you're serious about building this business long term, you'll want to sign up a family member or a spouse on your weak leg, okay? So then you can capitalize on volume both in your business center and in their business center. And down the road, you might even work their business for them so that you can pour more volume into your weak leg so that your strong leg and weak leg start to match and you can capitalize again on that residual income. Without being an Emerald coach, all you're making money off of is commissions. Once you hit Emerald, that's basically you opening your business and unlocking the potential for you to start earning residual income every single Thursday. So again, it's that volume piece. It's the first step in your business. Your coach gets to shout you out. I personally give my coaches little bracelets when they hit Emerald, which is super exciting. But it's literally just like that momentum that starts to hit when you get recognized, when you add those first 2 people to your team. And then just remembering that, you know, those first 2 people that you add onto your team, they don't necessarily have to be coaches who are ready to build a business and quit their job and do Beachbody full time. They literally can be clients who sign up for the discount, right? So I sign up pretty much all of my coaches as discount coaches because I want them to utilize that 25% discount. I give them that option right when they're ready to sign up for a challenge pack. I say, hey girl, there's 2 ways to sign up. They both cost the same amount. You can either sign up as a customer and you'll pay full price going forward on any products that you buy, or you can sign up as a discount member and you'll get 25% off if you choose to buy any additional products. So I sign up all my clients as coaches. It's a lot easier for me to build my business that way, and then it gives them that automatic discount. So Emerald should be your first goal within your first 7 days, along with hitting Success Club. So if you're hitting Success Club, helping 3 people get started with the challenge pack, 2 of those coaches you end up signing up as coaches, making sure you place 1 on your left leg and 1 on your right leg, you're literally good to go. And then Diamond is just 1 step above that. And I always say people should hit Diamond within their first 60 to 90 days as a coach. Again, Diamond is super simple because once you understand Emerald, you understand Diamond, right? Diamond is just helping 2 of your coaches hit Emerald, and then you need 3 other coaches on either side as well. And I want to share with you guys the, go away, little bar. I want to share with you guys how you can set your preferred placement so you can change it to your left and to your right leg. So when you have those 2 coaches that you want to sign up, making sure that you're signing up 1 on your left leg and then you're signing up 1 on your right leg. So what you'll do is you'll go to Monitor My Business, and there's a video on this that's pinned to the top of the team page as well. And then you'll go down to preferred placement in your downline quadrant. It's this bottom one right here. You click that. And then what you want to do is this stays the same. The placement ID is just your coach ID. And then you want to select your position. So I don't want you guys to worry about first available. I don't want you to worry about weak leg, first available, any of this stuff. I just want you to worry about left versus right, left versus right. So depending on what your weak leg is, you would sign your spouse or a parent or a family member on that side, and then you would switch your preferred placement to your left or to your right or whatever, and then you would sign up your other coach on your other side. Does that make sense? And you'll just have to save it. So as you continue to sign on coaches, you're just alternating back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You don't have to worry about like strategically placing anything. The only one that you really would have to worry about is that initial spouse account at the top of your business structure, because that's key. All right, almost done. Okay, sharing your story on social media. So super important to take your social media seriously. Social media, or your social media, is your storefront. So ask yourself, is your storefront dusty? Is your storefront open? Is your storefront inviting? Is your storefront colorful? Is it something that somebody would actually be interested in, going and seeing? I don't know why I decided to say, is your storefront dusty? That was so weird. Okay, anyways, is your storefront clean? I think is kind of like what I'm trying to convey. Like it needs to be inviting. It needs to be welcoming. It needs to be something that's inspiring. It needs to be something that's not just fitness, because that's boring AF, right? That becomes white noise. But you need to let people know that your store is open, right? I literally have created a full-time income from a free social media platform, right? Like this is a free platform, you guys, it's insane. But you can create a business off of it as long as you take it seriously. So you need to let people know that your storefront is open, and you need to make sure that you're elevating all of your brands, not just Beachbody. So my biggest pet peeve is when I see a coach start and they create this fitness account and then they just post fitness, Shakeology, nutrition, fitness, Shakeology, nutrition, fitness, coaching. And like, I literally want to gouge my eyes out because that's not inspiring, right? What's inspiring is creating that connective tissue with your followers. So talking about other things that you're passionate about. Talking about, for me, I talk about yoga. I talk about Pacific Northwest living. I talk about my puppies. I talk about, being engaged and planning a wedding. I talk about my love for traveling. I talk about Kevin all the time. I talk about now being a new homeowner and, renovating a new house. I talk about all of these things outside of coaching so that people fall in love with me and who I am and who I represent. And then whenever they're ready to, commit to their fitness goals, they're the person I go to, because I've created that connective tissue with them, because I've created that trust with them. And I want to nail this into your guys' heads so you understand how important it is. So what I do with my coaches usually is I ask them to pull out an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And I want you guys to set a timer for let's say 5 minutes, and write down literally anything and everything that makes you who you are. So this can be literally wild. Like for me, it's like skiing, home, puppies, yoga, Toyota Tacoma truck, Pacific Northwest, tiny home living, boho, long hair, yoga pants, jewelry, literally anything that comes to my head that represents who I am. Those are going to be my brands, right? Those are the things that I'm going to elevate on my platform. Those are the things that I'm going to share, because that again is going to attract people who are like me. Like my coaches are literally my best friends, and I actually love every single one of them because they're exactly like me, because they like the same things that I like, because they're interested in the same things I'm interested in, because I spent so much time sharing, or I do spend so much time sharing about things that make me me, outside of just health and fitness, right? So it's important, obviously you can see on here, I elevate my health and fitness journey. I elevate showing up for my workouts every single day, but I also share about the other things, right? I share about, my plant-based eating tips. I share about Pacific Northwest life. I share about my Pomeranians. I share about Kevy and planning our wedding. All of these other things that make me who I am. So make sure you're having fun on Instagram and sharing those other things, because that's really what's going to inspire people to want to build a relationship with you and trust you with their fitness journey. Okay, I think this is my last slide, and it's my favorite slide. So who wants to learn how to make an extra $800? Because my biggest pet peeve is when coaches sign up and then they don't hit Success Club and then they're not making any money, and then month 2 they're like, oh my gosh, well, I just don't really think that this is for me. It's I haven't made any money and I don't see the vision. Okay, that's why I do these new coach calls. That's why I want you guys to get into action today, and that's why I want you guys to see the potential of this business if you choose to do the work. So again, we're going back to Success Club and the importance of hitting Success Club, aka helping 3 people every single month with the challenge pack. and how that will literally help you earn $800 your first 3 months as a coach. So if you signed up yesterday, this is available for you. If you signed up 5 months ago, you can start today and make it freaking happen. So helping 3 people enroll with the challenge pack, whether it's a Transform 20 challenge pack, whether it's just the annual all access challenge pack, whatever you signed up with, I'm gonna talk you through this. So month 1, you get commission as a coach, right? With your Coach Online office that's now open, that business fee that you pay every single month, you have access to a Coach Online office, and that gives you those paychecks every single week and runs your business for you. So let's say you sold 3 challenge packs, aka you hit Success Club, your month 1 of coaching. We get 25% commission off of those challenge packs. So let's say the challenge pack is $150, or you get like 30%, you get 25 to 40% commission depending on what you're selling. But Beachbody On Demand subscriptions, you get 40, and then it goes down from there. And I think challenge packs are around like 30. But I just did 30% off of a $150 challenge pack, so that's really easy math. But right now, like Transform 20 challenge packs, they range from like 160 to like 200 something. But let's just say $150 challenge pack, you get that 30% commission. 50 times 30, 50 times 3, those 3 people that you're helping get started, that gives you $150 your month 1 as a coach. Does that make sense? I feel like I just talked really fast. I'm gonna take a sip of wine and then we can keep going. Okay, new customer commission. 50 times 3 is 150. I did not major in math. Megan should be doing this portion. Okay, month 2. New customer commission. Again, this is hitting Success Club. Again, you're helping 3 people get started with a challenge pack. You get that $50 commission per challenge pack. 50 times 3 is 150. This is where the cool stuff comes in. Ready, guys? The people from last month, if you hosted a rocking challenge group and they're obsessed with their results and they're loving Shakeology or whatever, Beachbody products that they're consuming, you're not only getting commission off of your new customers, but you're also getting Shakeo HD commission from the previous clients that you signed up the previous month. So let's say those 3 clients that you sign up the initial month order Shakeo again, you get around $32 per bag of Shakeology. 32 times 3 is $96. So you're making $96 off of the past month's customers who are killing it, loving their programs, getting amazing results because you host an amazing challenge group and you're doing your job as a coach. And then you're also enrolling your 3 new people. And now month 2, you've made $246 in 1 month, okay? Month 3. You're gonna hit Success Club again because that's what we do as coaches. That's our measurement for whether you're being successful or not. 50 times 3 equals $150. How many times am I gonna freaking say that? You guys can read. And then on top of that, you're gonna get that Shakeo HD commission. Again, now it's from past 2 months, right? So 32 times those 6 people, $192. And that gives you $396 for month 3 of coaching. So, for me, think about me, you guys. Like, I've been coaching for 3 years. Think about all those customers that are connected to me through Beachbody. Think of all those people who are ordering Shakeology, or ordering Beach Bars, or ordering Energize, or are going to order the Fruit Punch Energize when it launches, or they're ordering Recover, or they're loving Hydrate, or any type of Beachbody product, because Beachbody is a freaking amazing company and they create amazing products. All of those people, I'm getting commissions on every single month. Like, it is insane if you decide to be consistent with this business and you create an awesome fitness group and those people continue to stay with the programs and products, right? So, and this is just commission-based, right? This is like literally the one level of income earning that you can make as a coach. Again, Emerald, you'll tap into Team Cycle Bonus, and that's a whole nother level of additional income that you'll add on top of this. So again, that's $396 for month 3, a total of $792 if you help 3 people in your first 3 months as a coach and you make sure that they get amazing results, okay? Super simple, but your focus has to be on hitting Success Club. It has to be on getting people into a fitness group and helping them get results, literally by just sharing your story and doing what your coach did for you. So what now? First thing, start going through our new coach prep course. Again, I showed you that link in the team page. I can go back to that here. Make sure that there's that pinned post at the top of this page. I'm sure your coach already sent this to you, but the new coach prep course is right here, so make sure you start with that. The other thing that I want to talk about before I go into the additional ones is I want you guys to, I should put this link at the top. But there's a thing called a business activity tracker right here. And I want you guys to utilize this. Every single successful coach on this team utilizes a tracker. And this is the most simple, focused, basic one that is super, super helpful for you to be successful in your business, for you to focus on the right things. And again, consistency is key, right? So you'll fill this all out. Obviously, our weeks start on a Thursday because we get paid on Thursday. So every single Thursday, you're going to be getting a paycheck if you're hitting Success Club. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're not going to get paid. Or if you're not, adding people, like helping them in their fitness routine, like you're not going to get paid. But you'll go through here and you're just going to check these boxes, but this thing is so, so helpful, you guys. So make sure, and again, it goes back through all of the daily vital behaviors, right? Like it's going to ask you, did you work out? Did you drink your Shakeology? And then it's going to talk to you about inviting, and it's going to talk to you about, all the different things that you have to do. If you want to know how to be successful in this business, this is it, guys. Like this is it right here. So again, make sure you go click on this. You could print 52 of them out because there's 52 weeks in the year, right? It's super key. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to share this in the chat in a second. Okay, so and then the second thing is make sure, again, going back to committing to your program, drinking your shake, getting results in 10 minutes of PD. This entire business is built off of you pouring into your cup first and then helping other people from the overflow, right? You need to commit to yourself. You need to be happy and healthy in your body. You don't need to be perfect, but you just need to be committed to bettering yourself every single day. And then the third one is obviously begin sharing your journey today and begin inviting people to join you today, right? I always say, like, this is definitely like a trust. Like your first couple months as a coach, I'd say like 3-4 months as a coach, like your followers' initial reaction to seeing you become a coach is great, good for her. I'll see if she actually sticks with this and like makes it happen for herself, right? Because most of the time people quit, right? Most of the time people don't meet their goals. Most of the time people talk a lot of smack, but they don't actually do the work. So have these months where you're first starting as a coach be proof that you are going to be here. Proof that you are going to show up. Proof that you're not going to be the statistic where you try for a couple of weeks and then you fall off the wagon and then you don't post on Instagram for 3 months, right? So make sure that you are being consistent. You choose to be consistent and understanding that these first couple months as a coach is really about you proving to people that you're serious about this. Because the most uninspiring thing ever is for people to see you like crushing your program one day and then ghosting on your platform the other day, and then showing up another day and then ghosting on your platform the other day. Coaching is like an escalator, you guys, right? As long as you're walking up the escalator, like you are moving forward, but as soon as you stop, you're going down. You don't pause your business. You don't say, oh, I'm having a rough time, I'm gonna, take a break. Like you go backwards, right? And you lose all of that trust that you had just instilled in people by telling them you're committed to this, right? And then the last thing is, don't get overwhelmed. This is one step, one goal, one person at a time. I know that this is a ton of information, but have that CEO mindset, have that business owner mindset, and remember, Success Club, Emerald. One invitation, one relationship, one workout at a time, and you guys will be gold. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to post the tracker right here. Perfect. Yeah, everyone freaking loves this tracker. So if you guys want to click on this link or copy and paste it just so you guys can print it out for yourselves, it's super, super helpful. And I can stay on. I have a call in like 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, you can either unmute yourself and chat, or you can just post it in the chat box to the side, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. I don't need wine. I need water. My throat is so dry. Vic, you jealous that I'm drinking wine? Yay, good. Glad you guys liked it. I don't mean to be like too tough love. I just definitely want to set the precedence that like this is your business. Like you get to decide how successful that you are. You get to decide how much work you want to do. But I was on a new coach training, not a new coach training, like a coach sneak peek group. And I was talking to these girls who were considering, becoming a coach. And you guys have already decided to become a coach. So you guys are like light years ahead of a lot of other people. But it's like, think about that mindset that you're talking to yourself like, right? Like this opportunity is available for you, right? These tools are available for you, but you have to decide to do the work, right? You have to decide to show up. You have to decide that it's worth it to make your dreams happen, or that life by design that you want. You know, we all started exactly where you guys started 3 years ago. I had 400 followers on Instagram. I was living with my parents, and I had less than $200 in my bank account, right? I had every reason to not dive into this business. I had every reason to not take on like another hobby. I was working in a bar. I was teaching yoga. I owned my own kids yoga company. Like, I was spread so thin, but I decided to show up and do the work. And because of my decision to show up and do the work, like, that's why I'm here today, right? I'm not special. I just decided to do the work. No questions? We good?